Hello, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. Yes, we are here. We are present. We are back for another pick a card reading. How are you guys doing? So, I do want to just go ahead and give some shout outs. I do want to say thank you so much, Christina, for your generous donation on the Cash App last week. Yes, very, very grateful. Also, for anyone else who has been so lovely and reached out to just go ahead and be so kind and gracious with your donations. Seriously, I absolutely appreciate it, and I'm very grateful for all of you. Second, I do want to go ahead and say, I want to give this lovely lady a shout out who made me this beautiful custom rose quartz with the sunstone. Okay, she is on my Instagram if you guys would like to check her out. I'm going to go ahead and link her information below. Also, my earrings, I know I'm going to have someone ask me about it. They're very beautiful. This was actually made by a Nigerian woman that I stopped by here in Oakland, one of her shops. So I do want to encourage you guys to shop locally, okay? Local is the best way to go. Really support our vendors right now because these are some really hard times, and supporting people who have small businesses is really great and important, okay? So I do want to go ahead and also give a big thank you for all of you who have donated and sent me a deck from my Amazon wish list or my indie deck wish list. And I really appreciate it because art is very important for, my intuition, and it really gets me going in terms of giving you guys a good reading. I love different decks, so I can bring a variety of, art and a variety of different art just really inspires, and it really is a catalyst to my intuition. It always has been, which is why I want to be an art therapist. So if you guys are feeling generous, please go ahead and check out my PayPal below. I do have my Cash App. I do have my indie deck wish list. And I have a shipping address if you guys are interested. And I have my Amazon wish list. Okay, yes. Okay, for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I am a psychic medium. I do read tarot intuitively. I start with the channeled message, and then I move into the description of the cards. I am clairvoyant. I am clairaudient. I am a medium. And I do offer mediumship-based readings. You guys, those are priced a little bit differently. I have all that information below. I am focusing a little bit more on question-based, you guys, and I'm also focusing more on emailed readings because I am in a transition. This is not my my final destination. I know some of you guys have asked me about my destination, but this is not it. This is just another stepping stone towards my apartment. The thing about it is I'm trying not to make rash decisions. I'm trying to make sure that whatever apartment I move into, it's something I'm going to love. I love spending time at home. I'm definitely a homebody, especially with this COVID thing, right? So I definitely want to make sure I'm taking my time. I don't want to rush into making a decision on a contract and, to regret it later. Home is so important to me. So that's one of the biggest reasons why this has been kind of taking me some time, for those of you who have asked me. And I just want to make sure I make the right decision, and I want to take my time and make sure my intuition is saying yes. So with that being said, thank you for your patience. Email is always preferred, but I do send a very chunky, very in-depth, email response. So I want you to know it's still very full of information, okay? Sometimes I even add things that are not really what you guys have asked for, but if it's channeled to me, then I send it to you. So this is going to be what is blocking you from love. We're going to figure out why. We're going to figure out what. We're going to figure out how to move through it, and hopefully get you some answers, okay? So we're going to do 3 decks. Also, who sent me this Sacred Feminine? I think it was Pamela Bodila. Thank you so much for sending me this deck and thinking about me. I really appreciate it. Okay, we're going to use it today. I love this deck. I actually want to use this with one of our spiritual What Are Your Psychic Gifts readings, because this deck really provokes a lot of magical energy. So the first pile is going to be the Sacred Feminine. The second is the Serpent Fire. The third is the 78 Tarot Elemental. Okay, so think about your love life and choose intuitively. Okay, there is no wrong or right answer. Just go with what feels right. Okay. If you need more time, pause the video. We are going to get started. So, I am going to go ahead and use the color Mage, which is my favorite oracle deck. I'm not too sure. Last time I checked, I did see that it was out of print, but if you guys want to go ahead and double check and see if it is or not. But let's dive in. What's going on with you, pile 1? Let's see. I'm hearing you are deserving. I'm hearing my spirit guides say you are deserving. So, okay. Clarifying your roots, really understanding who you are. So, it's interesting because I am having a vision of growing roots. Okay, there's definitely a lot of ancestral lineage energy here in regards to your love life. So a lot of you guys may be even breaking out of generational patterns. Some of you guys are incredibly resilient, is what I'm hearing. I am getting a lot of wow, this is so beautiful. I'm actually having a vision of a womb. Okay, I'm having a vision of a womb and a baby growing. So there is a lot of fertility in your life right now. Even if you don't have, or you feel you don't have love abundantly, I want you to know the Creator is letting me know, God is letting me know that there is this beautiful, beautiful essence of fertility in your womb. So you are someone who is very maternal. You are definitely someone who you bring so much light into this world. You give so much beauty into this world. And what I think is happening is a lot of you guys have been really working through maybe some womb energy, some womb healing, okay? You've been working through the maternal aspects of yourself, working through the feminine, There is some wounding, there is some scars. Okay, so some of you guys may feel really uncomfortable with receiving. I know that sounds so silly, but this is actually one of the things about self-love is we have to kind of really dig in to our generational stuff of where we were taught certain things. A lot of the time we have to reprogram ourselves. A lot of the times we have to revisit those aspects of ourselves to redo it, okay? Or to kind of realign ourselves with what is really true to what we feel instead of kind of repeating the same patterns. So here we have impressions and memory in reverse. So for me, this is about your past. This is about memories from your past. This could be, because it's, a beautiful plum color, it could just be your past life memories, moving through these experiences, really seeing kind of the things that you want, but also the things that you don't want, and really trying to make sense with that, okay? So I'm hearing fruition and the ultimate divine feminine. So some of you guys are definitely Libra, Taurus, Virgo, masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter, but you are divine. Let love enter. Then we have sky blue, express more magic, okay? There's it's interesting because as I'm channeling the collective energy, there's this beautiful home right behind you as the feminine here is growing a beautiful seed within her womb. This is about creating a sense of familiarity around home and what it means to you. So really accessing that part of yourself of just kind of acknowledging I'm hearing 6th house. So this is a lot about your 6th house, your 5th house placements, a lot of that moon energy, a lot of your emotional influences, a lot of your intuition. So this, I don't know why I'm almost hearing there's been a lot of running away from yourself in the past. There's been a lot of running away from your family, from who you are, where you come from. And a lot of this could have just been because you feel misunderstood, right? Simply because you are trying to regain your sense of identity. Maybe there's been a lot of energy around people trying to take from your identity, and you're having to revisit these aspects of yourself to remind you how powerful you really are. We have focus, guidance, and direction. So, a lot of you guys are really focusing on becoming more authentic to yourself, more authentic to your journey, and you're really trying to kind of hash out what is real for you, what feels good for you. And this is such an internal process, you guys. This is such an internal place that I feel it's almost like you've casted a shield around you, and I am getting a lot of wanting to birth a new life for yourself. Some of you guys are really focused on becoming mothers, fathers. There is a strong focus on maternity here, or you could be a father or wanting to become a father, but the focus is really growing a legacy, especially with the sacred feminine energy here. Okay, I do feel it's about growing a legacy. So pile one, what has been going on? Let's get the major theme in your love life. So I'm having a vision of an escalator. You're moving upward. So this for me means ascension. It means really moving away from, familiarity, really moving away from things that make you like super comfortable, and you're ready to ascend in love. A lot of you guys are reaching higher planes. So pile one, you come from an environment where people just settled in love. I don't mean that in a, don't take offense, honey. This is more about you come from a place where people have just really settled for whatever came ashore and made a family out of what they could, because there was a lot of survival here. There is a lot of energy around survival and survival instincts, but you guys are really trying to move away from that. You have a deeper understanding that love shouldn't just be something experienced because it's just there. It's almost like this very galactic indigo child energy of knowing that you do not belong on this earth, but you want to belong. So you really focus on creating meaningful connections that are not, they're not mundane. They're not, your average collective, in terms of friendships. You guys really want to see better. Yeah, you want something better, pal one. So let's get the theme in love. Let's get your overall energies, okay? In love. I'm getting a lot of red, so there's a lot of root chakra, there's a lot of inner child, there's a lot of past life energy, there's a lot of passion. You guys are very passionate people. You guys really bring a sense of renewal into your life. Anyone who meets you, pal one, they're like, wow, you have rocked my life. Like you change people. You are activators. You activate people, okay? Okay, so here we have, what's been the theme of your life? The Seven of Cups. Okay, so here we have a feminine energy in contemplation, okay? And then we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So okay. A lot of you guys, you're growing a new identity, okay? And you've been doing this for quite some time. I'm hearing the past 4 months, 4 years. The number 4 is very prominent here. You can even look at your 4th house because this is also very prominent. I'm getting a lot of you guys have created and established almost like a system around love now. And what's happening here, there's been a lot of idealizing, okay? I feel like there's been a lot of holding on to kind of growing something of value in the 3D, but there's a lot of idealizing instead of really creating a sense of permanency, because again, there's been a lack of boundaries in your life. There's been a lack of stability. A lot of you guys are searching for home within other people. There's been a heightened level of idealization, and it's funny because this is something that my therapist talks about all the time. In the past, when I first started therapy when I was 25, we talked about idealizing partnerships, coming from a home where, maybe you didn't have father, you didn't have mother, or you were left kind of, orphaned and raising yourself. So how do you deal with adult relationships, right? So we covered several bases about how we start as feminine energies, not just feminines, but we idealize people because we don't know them. And then once we know them, we become a little more, we're like, oh, so that's really how you are. So a lot of you guys start off really strong. You start off with this very strong, I know who you are. I know you're the one. And then it slowly trickles down and you become very aware that maybe this person isn't as perfect as you thought they were, right? So this has been a process for you. You're letting go of, there's been a lot of hiding. There's been a lot of hiding your truth. Some of you guys are not being honest about some of the pain that you're harboring. And there's just a lot of wanting a home. You want home, you want marriage, or you want to feel like you can find home within someone else. But honey, you cannot do that with people. People are not homes because they carry their own lineage. They carry their own stories, their own narratives. So at this point, it's like you got to really, you're laying down a foundation for yourself. You're laying down, something that feels right for you, right? So this is about separating identities. So what's blocking you from love? Pile 1. I'm hearing confusion and foresight. Some of you guys are heavily involved with your family, or there is a heavily, there's a heavy influence of family. So I'm almost getting some of you guys want to match an idealism that you have about family, which is not really fitting the truth of what is really happening in your life. There's some inflexibility because I do have the card of let love enter here. There's an inflexibility, express more magic. So again, there's maybe some negativity around people who are different from you, or people who don't really fit the bill. A lot of that, not my type. But if you really boil down, what is your type? Write it out. Are any parts of that type an inner child wound that you're reaching for? I want you guys to do this. Really assess yourself. See, a part of really breaking free from patterns means you have to take the time to really assess what it is that you're feeling, what it is that's happening, what it is that you're doing. So we have the 10 of Wands. What is blocking you? The World. Listen, a lot of you guys have very, very heavy lives right now. I'm getting a lot of wanting to grow, wanting to invest in something new, but you're completing a cycle. You're reaching the end of a completion here within your generational stuff, your ancestors. A lot of this is about accessing your inner self-worth by pushing what matters the most right now, and then really coming back to love later. You guys are just busy. I don't know what else to say with that 2 of Pentacles. I'm getting a lot of busy energy here. A lot of you guys are working on maybe some kind of fame, or you're focused on, public presence, your work. Some of you guys are focused on conquering the world. You want to do something that really, it like steps you out into the light. And a lot of this is taking time for you. So what's blocking you in love is maybe there's just been a lot of narrow-mindedness around the people that you date. So this is the time to open yourself up. Okay, there's a pattern here. I am hearing there's been a pattern of loving people. Yeah, some of you guys, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. How beautiful is this card? You guys are really focused on alchemy. You know, I think what's happening, very similar, I can relate to this. What's happening is you are focusing on numbing your pain through work. There's a lot of investment in yourself. So perhaps what's blocking you here in love is that there's been too much of you've painted a specific picture for yourself, pile one, and you're not letting love in. Love sometimes does not look the way you want it to look. Sometimes it looks a little quirky in the beginning. Sometimes it looks a little clumsy. Sometimes it may not be the way you want it to be, but if you give it some time, okay? What's blocking you? We have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So I'm just getting a lot of family in your, I don't know, I keep hearing a lot of chatter. There's a lot of chatter in my head. So I'm getting, maybe there's just been like a lot of energies around people kind of, it's like they've been encroaching on your space, a lot of demand. Some of you guys may be an entrepreneur, you're working for yourself. Others, I feel you may be focused on family healing. You're the head of the household. I am getting some of you guys might, there's some issues with migraines here, which is definitely connected to your third eye and your crown. So maybe some clearing around your head space is really important. So what's blocking you in love? Yeah, you know, I feel like you guys have been through a lot in love. You've been through so much and it's weighed really heavy. But right now, I feel there's something tearing you away from being able to truly connect with people the way you want. And it involves your responsibilities. So what's blocking you is your responsibilities, your family, your identity, where you're laying down your identity, okay? We have the Knight of Swords, and then we have the Two of Cups in reverse. Again, there's a level of, you want to master yourself. Some of you guys are really focused on, you know, self-mastery. You want to, it's like you want to master a big part of yourself, pile one, but I'm almost getting this, it's almost like you've chosen to step away from connecting with others. And I think a big part of it is that you're carrying, like Atlas, you're carrying this world on your back and it's heavy, okay? So what is your advice if you do want love? What I see here is almost like a pilgrimage. Like you're moving from one identity to another. You're traveling, you're exploring yourself. You're really trying to figure out your land, where you belong. Like, where do you belong? I want you to ask yourself that. Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are outside of your family? These are key essential points. So what's your advice? We have the Two of Wands and the Queen of Swords. Let go of the fantasy. Let go of the fantasy of love being perfect, because nothing in life is perfect. We are not perfect. You are not perfect. And it's not going to look perfect. The problem with society is that we are shown a happily ever after that does not exist. And this is saying, you know, be more conscious about your dating life in terms of head over heart. You know, I'm a Pisces rising. I am quick to start fantasizing about how amazing someone can be in like 5 seconds. The fantasies, the daydreams roll in. Trust me, I get it. But this is saying you have to honor yourself from where you are. Be more proactive in terms of your mind and say, is this fitting my life where I am now? And is this going to fit, is this relationship or this person going to fit where I'm going? So really, you know, with the Queen of Swords, she's very, very present and she's very confident and she knows what she wants and she's not going to waver. So you're being asked to take on more of a decisive approach in love, okay? Perfect. Let's move on, and I hope that resonated. Comment below. Yes. So let's talk about what's blocking you in love. Okay, yes. We're going to get down to it. All right, pile two. Okay, pile too. So I'm having a vision of a very beautiful sun. The sun here is very specific. It has a lot of oranges and reds here. So for me, this is about, it almost looks like an eclipse, okay? It's very phoenix-like. There's a lot of vibrant energy. There's a lot of power behind this sun. So I do feel a lot of you guys are really, you're witnessing a lot of your intention in this world. A lot of you guys have been traveling, you've been moving to find love. You've been trying to figure out what love is. You've been trying to navigate what it represents to you, okay? So again, another pile, let love in. We have that pink energy, what's going on in love. We have the dark. So I'm getting a defensiveness, I'm not going to lie, overcoming adversity. So I'm getting a level of defensiveness with you guys, okay? It's almost like you've kind of, it feels as if you've held back from letting the sun touch you. If anything, I'm getting a lot of traveling around it. You're letting yourself travel around the sun, this beautiful orange and red, vibrant warmth, passion, creativity, sexuality. You have detached yourself from this energy, but it's very present in your life. So I am getting a lot of energy around feeling guarded. Okay, some of you guys right now, you've been moving through a time of feeling very guarded. You have been hard at work to bring fruition into your life. There's a lot of energy around learning through crafting, learning through your experiences. We have segment warrior spirit. This is exactly what I saw. I saw you guys in this beautiful, beautiful warrior spirit energy. You guys have been moving through some serious trenches in your life, and you're really awakening to big parts of yourself that I'm hearing immortality. So in love, you've been through a lot, 999, okay? There's a lot of spiritual wisdom here in your relationships. I'm also getting a lot of 1s and 8s. There's been a lot of manifesting, maybe karmic partners. Perhaps you've been manifesting a lot of soulmate energies. There's been a lot of, burgundy, passion, and sex in reverse. So yeah, exactly. This is the vision. I felt like you guys were turning away from your natural instincts or your natural urges for a higher purpose. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of masculine energy, you guys. So I'm almost getting, even if you are feminine, you've had to navigate certain experiences with a very masculine streak. A lot of you guys are connecting with the water as a way to bring you resources. So maybe this is about using your emotional pain. You're creating an alchemic experience. You're being more spiritually inclined about love right now. Okay, it feels more. A lot of you guys have been learning through your partners, whether you're aware of this or not, but I'm getting a lot of learning and a lot of, okay, well, now I'm going to take what I've learned here and I'm going to grow it in my garden, okay? And it's almost been, there's been so much of a focus on just keeping yourself protected. I do feel right now there's been a lot of kind of dark energy in your surroundings because I'm hearing you don't want to ever experience what your family experienced or what you saw your mother go through, your father. So 5 of Wands, exactly. There's a lot of it's like an inner battle, an inner turmoil about love in itself. You feel very conflicted. Big parts of yourself, you want to, it's like you want to experience love, but there's a lot of fighting it. There's a lot of don't get too close. I don't want you getting too close. There's been a lot of wanting people to remain at a distance, not wanting them to come too close. What's been going on in love? And I feel like a lot of you guys are very competitive in love. I don't know why I'm getting a competitive energy. Or there's a natural streak to want to win. When you really love someone or you're very interested in someone, a lot of you guys want to win this person at all costs. So you're in it to win it. So this pile feels like a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. It's almost like you're patient. You're very patient with the way you allow love in, and you are in it to conquer and win the person that you want. We have the Two of Pentacles here, okay? So, let's see what's been happening in love. And I'm also seeing an ascension here. There's been like an ascension of a star. So some of you guys have been really healing big parts of yourself. And I do feel there was I am getting a relationship here that lasted either 6 months or 6 years. There's something very lengthy, and I am getting, there was a distance here. And this disconnected in such a way that it really kind of made you feel a bit like down about your self-esteem or about your self-worth. And I still feel some of you guys are very connected to this person. So I don't know if you're still kind of waiting, but I'm getting a lot of growing in your garden. So listen, you guys got some serious ancestors. If people hurt you, okay, if people hurt you or they come for you in such a way where it's unfair, or they hurt you in love, your ancestors will take their power and they'll gift it to you. Your ancestors are the kind of people to take, it's like you come from a very shapeshifter kind of environment, or a very powerful, like shamanistic, very shaman lineage, where your ancestors are very protective over you and your heart, because you guys are warriors. You guys are connected to maybe Egypt as well. There's a lot of ascension here through your lineage. Your ancestors, what they do is, if a person hurts you or they have done something that is not it's not fair to you, or it's something that was kind of slighting you, they will take this person's power and give it to you. And now you've added a new tool. So this whole image, it's incredible, of you guys taking what you've learned, taking your tools and planting it in your own seeds. A lot of this is because the people who have, hurt you, the people who have done things that were very cruel, your ancestors made sure to go over there and to take what they had and to give it to you. And this is how you guys are learning about yourselves. And I know that sounds really whatever, but hey, some ancestors are really protective. I mean, a lot of them are, but every lineage has something different. You guys are shapeshifters, and naturally you guys take on people's energy. So it's almost like people play themselves when they play you, okay? So I am getting a lot of you guys going through very dark night of the souls. You've been hurt a lot by people who I'm hearing have taken you for granted, or they're just taking your open heart for granted, okay? Especially if you're dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or a Sag, Leo, Aries. There's a lot of pain around that, okay? So yeah, there's been a level of maybe not feeling confident, not feeling in your power right now. There's been an over amount of focus on work, on industry, wanting to, I don't know why I'm hearing wanting to be wealthy, or focusing on making money, on establishing some roots for yourself, really managing a lot in your life. And there is a streak here, you guys. You guys are very competitive and jealous people, I will say. It's like you're very possessive over what you love or who you love. So I feel like you've been working on your self-esteem. Okay, there's been a lot of wanting to keep something for yourself. The fact of losing something makes you feel like you're losing a big part of you. So what's blocking you in love, pile 2? There's a lot of energy around shadow work being done right now, okay? A lot of mother, womb, a lot of intuition. You're tapping into strong instincts as well. But for me, this is someone who is living in fear. There's a lot of fear around connecting to other people, around connecting to love, around giving love a chance. And this, again, starts with the feminine. So if you guys have issues around mother, if there's some issues around mother, this is the time to heal it, because the moon does not not let you see clear. You are under heavy Neptunian influences, okay? Heavy placements. And you're trying to improve your life. There's something about you right now, although you are in a lot of fear, maybe there's a level of projecting a lot of your past onto people. You're still moving ahead. So what's blocking you is that your focus is on a new dawn. A lot of you guys want to get out of where you're at right now. Maybe some of you guys are planning a move. You're planning to travel overseas. You're trying to keep your vision strong on something else. There's a lot of industry here, a lot of work, really like hard work, you guys. You guys are workaholics, okay? So what's blocking you in love here? And yeah, with the Seven of Swords, I feel like a lot of you guys are just not committing to seeing your truth. There's something about your truth here that you don't want to see. And I think a big part of this is, you know, Aries, Leo, Sag. There's a divine masculine here. Some of you guys are trying to run from your relationship with your divine masculine, okay? And I think that you guys want to run because the situation makes you incredibly uncomfortable. There's a lot of triggering. So I am seeing a lot of wanting to kind of climb out of your own skin. So this for me represents like wanting to get out of your own soul contract, your contract with your masculine. You're wanting to get away from this person. Maybe this person has been stealing your energy, or if they're your twin, this person is tapping into you. They want to know how you're feeling about them, about the world around you. It's like a way for them to stay connected. But something about this is making you, I'm hearing it's making you feel really uncomfortable and drained. So what's blocking you here is that you have someone here kind of in the background. I do feel you guys are dealing with an Aries who is heavily invested in your life in the 5D. They have been kind of manipulating energy to remove you from new love or remove you from new people. And I feel like a big part of this is because they are very selfish. They don't want you to have anyone else. And this in turn has been a blockage. So if you guys are holding on to someone who is, I don't know why I heard narcissistic, but if you're holding on to someone who is actively kind of gaslighting you, or they're blocking you out, they're making it very known that they're blocking you out, I want you guys to remove yourself from this person, because this heavy masculine energy is all in your aura, honey. This person is blocking your abundance in terms of love, because the Seven of Swords is them definitely playing a role in like sneaking off. And I'm getting energy. For me, the moon is always about magic, okay? Whether, you know, we could be dealing with our subconscious feelings, our shadow work, but at the end of the day, the moon is also about witchery. It's about black magic, or it's about magic in general, your intuition, psychic abilities, or psychic connection. This person is heavily in your energy. And I feel like a big part of this is that this person is heavily obsessed with you. So as a blockage, you have to disconnect your cords from this person, my love. That means slowly stop looking at their social media, stop connecting with them in the 5D. If you guys are heavily like daydreaming or obsessing over this person, that means that they are connected to you, and you guys are kind of mixing energies in a different plane. The Five of Pentacles here. Yeah, so you are healing a lot from, you know, abandonment, feeling abandoned. You're really removing some deep shadow energies around family and identity and self-esteem. You guys tend to put other people first, and I want you to realize that the people that you love will love you even when you put yourself first. So sometimes you have to be very realistic and say, this is my boundary. I don't want you crossing it. If you can't give to me the way I want you to give, then you know what, guess what? I don't need this. Because I am getting a lot of you guys being dragged for the sake of being dragged, like especially by this Aries masculine. They want dominance over you without doing the work. They don't want to meet you halfway. So it's blocking you from your foresight of new love. Okay, so what's your advice here? I'm hearing control your fears about love. I don't know if there's a fear here of losing someone again, or there's a fear of abandonment. You don't want to be left, but this is about realizing where are you putting your energy? Where your focus goes, intention goes, your energy goes, right? So we have the Four of Swords in reverse. This is saying come out of a healing and really look at things from a different perspective. Take on a fresh new look with love, okay? Like, you know, if you have a type, start dating something else. Four of Wands. You know, make sure that you feel secure before you go out and date, because home with that Five of Pentacles in reverse is very important to you. If you do not feel confident in your home life or in your security, whether it's outer or inner, this is going to become a source of insecurity for you in relationships. So what's your advice in love, pile 2? Do something different. Break out of tradition. This pile, I don't know why, I'm almost getting like your ancestors are saying it's okay. It's okay to break out of tradition. They almost want you to. They want you to have several options. If you're the type, this is why I feel like I'm getting this. If you're the type to only date one person at a time because you feel disloyal if you go off and date, this is the time to stop doing it. You got to go date. Seven of Cups, it's about options. Don't be afraid to do something new. You know, live out a fantasy in love that you've always wanted to do. And the Page of Pentacles is about really skill building, learning from your past and learning how to add this into your future. Like, let it be something that you learn. Like I said, shapeshifters, and then you take it with you. Take it with you to your future, okay? All right, that's what I see for that. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and continue. Let me know if that resonates, you guys. Comment below. Yes. Okay. Pile 3. You guys definitely have some strong ancestors that are represented by birds. There's a lot of birds here, like eagles, hawks, a lot of protection from the upper world. So there's a lot of air element here. A lot of you guys have been moving through your journey, maybe using too much of your headspace and not really feeling your emotions. There's a lot of rationale here. There's a lot of like, if this makes sense, then great. If it doesn't make sense, then I'm not going to do it, okay? Love for you has been definitely a transcendent experience. It has moved you upward, whether this is socially, financially, emotionally, whatever relationships you have had, they have actually had, it's like the reaction to your experiences is an elevation. This could have been with your power, with your abilities, with your social status, with your money. Everyone in your life improves you, even when you think it's a disaster, honey. A lot of this is about your own growth. We have pumpkin, dance, life, and love. What's going on in your love life right now? Pile 3. Witness the beauty of your journey, of your solitude. We have ghostland, forgetfulness. Okay. Listen, a lot of you guys have several people who want to date you. There are a lot of people here. I'm getting a lot of suitors. You guys are not someone who walks in a room and people just yawn. There's a lot of Venetian qualities about you, a lot of Mars. So I'm getting Leo, Sag, Aries. I'm getting a lot of Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but Libra. We have light. You walk in a room and you stand out. I am getting a lot of suitors. People want to date you. People want to be a part of your life. It's almost like people can sense that you add value. There's something about you. You vibrate at such a high frequency with that light card that people naturally gravitate towards you. There's a lot of partners here that want to really have sex with you. I don't know why I'm getting that, but we have brown, ground yourself. And there's a level of them, I feel like your partners always idealize you, or they put you on a pedestal and it makes you uncomfortable because Imperial, okay. So it's almost like it makes you feel uncomfortable because you guys are like, listen, I'm just human, I'm just me, I'm going to make mistakes. I don't mind being honored, but Some of you guys, I'm hearing Kuan Yin, intoxication and stupor. What did I say? You really bring this out in people. You make people dizzy in love. You make people feel like they are not themselves in love. And a lot of you guys have an ascended master as, you have Kuan Yin as your ascended master. So there's a lot of love. Freya, there's a lot of sensuality, Ishtar, a lot of like dreaminess, but a lot of darkness at the same time. So what I feel for you guys is that people have this idea about you that you are untouchable, that you are elusive, that there is no way that you're going to be in a relationship with a deep perspective, that you are very deep, that you're very wise, you have this spiritual ability and power that no one else has. And it's almost like they feel they can't touch you. We have stress, negativity, reflection, and delays, okay? So you guys are, listen, this pile specifically, you guys are very much, I'm having a vision of the Victorian times of when, you know, almost like the angels playing the harp. You give me such an Aphrodite Oshun energy, you guys. You know, back in the day, like, you know what I'm talking about, the angels playing the harp. So there's something very angelic or very pure about you, or just very, very potent. You walk in the room and people feel your energy, and this scares a lot of people, because what you guys are a standing mirror to the things that they need to work on. And this could kind of come with a backlash in a dating life, or even within your friendships. I'm getting that a lot of you guys have had to kind of try to find balance around people projecting their insecurities onto you. So a lot of this is about, you've been trying to navigate your light in this situation. You also get people who don't trust you, okay? It's almost like people don't trust that you are this beautiful and that you're this awesome, okay? There's a lot of narrow-mindedness around you. This is what's blocking. Some of you guys have friendships that you need to cut off. They are lowering your frequency, okay? So it's like you're trying to ascend into this beautiful Oshun, high vibrational vibe with a lot of love, and then you have people in your environment who are pulling you down, including the people you are dating. And I just have to call it how I see it. And a big part of this is because you're loyal. It's like your loyalty gets you in trouble, okay? It's like you are loyal to people who maybe it's like their contract has expired in your life and you're still kind of holding on to the situation. So a lot of you guys in love, your partners tend to kind of sexualize you, and I think this is frustrating for you. So definitely maybe some Libra placements in the 8th house, some Venus placements in the 8th house. There's been a lot of like overly sexualizing you, objectifying you, and a lot of you guys have always had to try to kind of navigate feeling used, or feeling as if people are using you for your looks, or people are using you for some kind of inspiration. So in a past life, a lot of you guys were muses, okay? So what's going on in your love life right now? Focus on identity. Yes, you guys have a very Piscean quality as well. So maybe you have a Pisces rising that really makes you elusive, and you're very chameleon. You could have a Gemini rising as well. You're very chameleon-like when you love, so you transform yourself into several people. So what is this? What's going on here? I'm getting the number 11. You guys are manifesting new love. FYI, 6 of Earth in reverse. So what's happening is you guys are learning a major lesson in give and take. You're dealing with a situation where people constantly want something from you. They want to take from you, but they don't want to give to you. So there's heavy imbalances here. You're coming out of situations where you guys are investing heart, body, soul, heart, everything, and other people are not meeting you halfway. So whenever I think of imbalances, I always think about getting back to the basics, which is confronting your fears around receptivity. If you're not used to people giving to you, it's going to feel very uncomfortable to receive. So you might date people who don't give to you because that is what feels comfortable. So this is where the polarity is. This is where your shift is. This is where your ascension is to really remove any negativity around being able to receive the same amount of love that you're giving. We have the Five of Pentacles, so working through, some of your abandonment stuff, working through your past life energies, working through feeling left out in the cold. Like a lot of you guys might cling to situations because it feels comfortable, but not because it's helping you grow. Does that make sense? So, what's blocking you in love? What's blocking you in love? I'm hearing tradition and values. So maybe you have to kind of enforce sight. Some of you guys have, again, maybe there's some kind of generational thing here, or you've noticed that using a specific angle, maybe your sexuality, because a lot of you guys are gorgeous. You guys are giving me a very strong kind of sensual vibe about you. Maybe you've used your looks in life to kind of connect with other people. And this is a good time to start transforming those habits into something more positive, because you have an opportunity to change something that I'm hearing your mother made a mistake on. So we have the King of Air. You guys tend to date men that are cold. I don't know how else to say it. Masculines, men, feminine, it doesn't matter. But you guys tend to date masculines who are very cold, who are, they are possessive over you. But I'm almost getting like a streak of someone who would rather possess you and control you mentally, because you represent an inspiration to a lot of people. And whoever dates you, they tend to see this and they want to like keep you in a box, or they don't want you to inspire anyone else but them. So it becomes parasitic. Does that make sense? And it becomes very codependent. And then we have the Lovers here. So a lot of you guys are in a situation here between an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and then we have a Leo, Sag, Aries, and there's a lot of dependency on masculines here, you guys, on love, to get you either moving through life, or there's heavy, either take it as it resonates, you guys. But I'm getting either you are heavily reliant on the masculine, or the masculines are usually heavily reliant on your validation, on your love, because you inspire so much of this intensity that they're not used to. So specifically right now, some of you guys have a fire sign and an air sign that are very much trying to kind of keep you bound to them, is what I'm hearing. Okay, so let's see what is blocking though, because I'm getting that you guys are very you're very desired. I don't think it's not that you don't have people. I feel there are a lot of people out here trying to get your attention, like they're throwing up their numbers at you, like, call me, right? But this is more about the way you are preserving your values, and really learning how to move away from focusing too much on using your beauty. You're kind of like a siren, right? Like, they use their beauty, their voice, their lure to get these men to do what they wanted to do. But part of your life purpose, pile 3, is to stand in your power, to not be used by your beauty or what you inspire your partners through. Right? It's about using that energy for yourself. So what's blocking you is a need to hold on to what you're used to. A lot of you guys hold on to people, to the past, to the way you like to move and do things. I'm getting I'm getting a vision of a lot of nude, like modeling nude. So a lot of you guys really enjoy the attention, is what I'm getting. But again, learning how to vibrate a little bit higher from just, I'm beautiful. And I don't even think you guys are doing this on purpose. It's almost like the people around you, they put you on this unrealistic pedestal, and then it creates a lot of pressure for you. And I feel like it creates a lot of pressure, and it makes you feel like you have to live up to some kind of Tyra Banks model, or Kim Kardashian model, or a very Heidi Bloom, what's her name? Model-like models. And at the end of the day, when we take off our makeup and we remove all these all these expensive jewelries and clothes, and we remove this highly idealistic, beautiful woman that we see, or man that we see. We are who we are. And I think this is your journey, Pal 3, is to really embrace your originality, who you are, without the glitz and the glam. Okay, we have Page of Earth. So money is definitely something that is keeping you blocked from love. Maybe there's a fixation on a specific lifestyle. Maybe there's a fixation on your partners having specifically a certain amount of money, or you like gifts, or you like to be given to. Maybe there's an unrealistic amount of energy around this. But if not, for others, you guys are dating people who are new in love. So the blockage is the people that you're dating don't have the capacity to love you at the level that you are, because they're still young and they're still learning about their pentacle. They're still learning about how they can invest. They're not the King of Pentacles. They're still learning how to create, okay? And you deal with people who maybe, some of you guys are open to dating people that maybe have a fast life kind of energy, like they're okay with selling some, you know what, or there's just like a different lifestyle here. It's a little crooked, and hey, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying what's blocking you also in love is that some of you guys are just dating or dealing with people who are not honest with you. They are very crooked in the mind, in the heart. They are very secretive, and they do things behind your back. There's a lot of deception here. Or maybe some of you guys are doing the deceiving. Maybe there's a level of, deception. Ultimately, if you boil down what deception is, when someone cheats, okay, it's not about the person. It's not that they're not happy per se. It's a level of a lack of boundaries and a fear of intimacy, a fear of self, a fear of really connecting with another human being wholeheartedly. And I only say this because I know what it's like. That's something that I had to learn in therapy. I know what it's like to feel very fearful about commitment and giving myself to someone. I've only done that maybe once or twice in my entire life. To fully give someone the power to destroy me is very, like, we all kind of were like, trust. You guys, it's like you guys are learning how to trust yourselves. You're learning how to trust your journey. And you have to date people who are going to give to you. Bottom line, there's a lot of selfishness here. You date people who put themselves first. There's nothing wrong with that, because ultimately what they're doing is they're showing you how to put yourself first. When you date narcissists, or you date people who are very overly selfish, it is a mirror. It is an empathic mirror to show yourself where the wound is, where you're not giving enough to yourself, so you can change it, okay? So what is your advice, my loves? Let's leave you off with one more. Let go. I just had this beautiful vision of a balloon, you guys, of a balloon. Let go, just let go. Let go of the connections that are superficial. The Four of Wands, create home, create a new and Eight of Air. So this is almost saying, like, block out the people who are making you feel insecure, and grow roots for yourself. Grow new roots. I'm getting a lot of you guys did not have a solid parenting system, and I understand. I want you to know, I do get it's hard to regrow a parenting style for yourself when you don't even know where to start, when you don't even know what it's like to have a home. But I want you guys to grow a home anyway, with your experiences and your knowledge. Side note, you guys specifically have a Capricorn energy, Virgo, Taurus, that is coming your way very soon. I'm hearing the number 2 could be a soulmate, 2 days, 2 weeks. This is someone you are going to actually have a very long-term relationship with, okay? I don't know why I felt like this pile specifically, I needed to tell you that, because I do see a wedding on the horizon, okay? So it's really exciting. Your spirit guides want you to know that this needs to be worked on first before they can really, really, speed up the process in terms of those wedding bells. Okay, my loves? All right. Thank you so much. Chat soon. Comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.